Hello audience, today we have Ashley Bennett who plays Corporal Daryl Freeman in Gateway to the Past 2. So Ash, how has progress gone in Gateway to the Past Part 2?
Progress, Laura, has increased phenomenally in the last couple of months. The script is almost done and everyone's developing their characters personally. We're even thinking about getting some rehearsals for those who might need help with their lines. Okay. And we are this close, literally this close, to actually getting out into the chase and starting some of the chase scenes. And then hopefully this will be after I completely finish polishing up the script and sort of improving it and typing it all up professionally.
Very good. What do the audience have to look forward to in the film?
Well, with the second part underway and much more suspense and action gripping everyone by the throat, the audience have a lot of suspense to enjoy and a lot more action, especially with the arrival of Michelle, played by you, played by Laura Richardson, everyone. Michelle Roberts.
Question 3, how would you describe your character?
My character, I play, I'm sure you already know this, but I play Corporal Daryl Freeman. Yes. His character, he's an experienced, very big-headed and experienced, fully trained corporal, kind of picking on the rookie, Rick Jones, played by Ian Smith, and kind of looks up to Sergeant Miller some way, but kind of likes to push his luck at times, knowing him for such a long time. So he's kind of like a bit of a joker at times, a bit of a tease. Yeah. But personally, and on a serious level, he's kind of reluctant with the whole mission and DNA extracting. In fact, he's not even the slightest bit interested in palaeontology or the science. What he is most interested in, as his character and the story develops, he's interested in finding his long-lost brother, who has been lost for a week in the Jurassic era of the past. And he's trying to get him back, and he becomes even more keen and kind of on the brink of breaking away from the group and in a conflict with Sergeant Miller. So we've got a very good sergeant and corporal conflict. Very aggressive moments where things get a bit out of hand.
Very good. Who is your favourite character and why?
Oh, my favourite character. Already, that is... Well, I think about the characters we've included in the second part. In the second part we've got a few new characters sort of focused on, like Nurse Helen Johnson, who we've got Kerry Fisher to play, and then Cal Edwards, a new good friend of ours, who's going to play like the medical doctor to revive Daniel and diagnose his malaria. I'd say I'd have to favour Sergeant Miller, going back to Sergeant Miller, you know. He's like the hard-headed, authoritative figure who means well. And we've got some really good sarcastic and snidey lines for him to say when he's trying to keep things in control. Yeah. Unless you all want to be eaten alive, I suggest you get a move on. Yeah, stuff like that just seems to make me laugh.
Yeah.
Some good lines to look forward to there.
Question 5. How would you describe your character?
I have a feeling we've already had that one. But if you want me to go into a bit more detail, I can. Yeah. Daryl, just Daryl. As I say, he's just kind of proved himself really tough in the army. You know, he's holding a great big weapon. I intend to develop Daryl Freeman as a sort of muscular and British Army Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil. With a HMG heavy machine gun. Really tough, really mean. Yeah. And trying to hunt and track down his younger brother, who Daniel looks up to Daryl a lot, but is kind of nothing like him really. Not really experienced in the army. Was a clerk in Paul's organisation. Professor Isenhour's organisation. So you got like a clerk and a doctor as two brothers. And I play both of them.
Very good. How have rehearsals gone?
The rehearsals have gone great. We've had a few today, and some of us like Paul, who plays Isenhour, Matty, who plays the palaeontologist Dr. Jack Haynes, and even Luke, who plays James Turner as the computer tech and the hacker. Some of them are going to have to kind of get to grips with their lines and how they need to act. But all thanks to Michael Conlon, who suggested on some rehearsals to polish up everyone's act a bit. they're coming on great. You know, some people are already getting an idea of what to do.
Question 7.
I understand you are as well.
Yes. Question 7. When do you think this film will be out?
Very good question. This month we could have quite a few scenes done with a fully written, typed up script and characters you know, thought about and pretty much gaining the props. If we start now and carry on for like months on end with all this production, we could have the film out by this time next year on YouTube, or into parts.
Yeah.
Probably by August 2013. I'm going to give it that. A whole year from now.
Okay.
A year from now, you'll be watching Gateway to the Past.
Yeah. Question 8. Do you have any previous acting experience?
I have quite a bit. Laura Richardson, an audience. I've starred in a play called Murder to Death with the Acting Drama Society of the university I used to go to, and that was quite a good comical play. My friends were there to support me. But on camera, instead of a play, but on camera, I've starred as Paul Andrews in Charmed, in Smith's production, the Charmed ones.
Which I've heard about.
And a couple of extras like a mugger and a demon, and then the boss who Peter Delaware kills in episode 5.
Yeah.
Look out for that.
Which I've heard about and I'm a massive fan of.
I've also played a soldier in Hunted 4, The Wipeout, many years ago.
Yeah.
As well as an accompanying UK soldier who says, "Right, get a move on, hands in your head now." And I've also played, police officer. That was like, I think that was my first role playing in my mate's films. I just burst in and we had an older friend who played like this evil, this jittery clerk who's like kind of plotting the dinosaur shipping and getting lives killed. My first act is to come as a police officer with a gun, and I wear like a shirt and tie. I'm like, "Police, stop right there!" It's one of my first scenes I ever did 5 years ago, actually. 5 years ago this month. So that's how long I've kind of been doing these homemade movies and bit of acting. And over that time, my acting's improved. I've even, I say my best performance was Paul Andrews. Soon I'll be getting the Grammy Award for that. Yeah. An Oscar.
Well, I know you've, as I said, I know you've said that you've done loads of films, but you've been in previous films, like you said.
Yeah.
How would you describe your acting style?
Quite professional, and you know, for example, I played Paul Andrews in Charmed, our version of Charmed, and at first he comes across as like, you know, mature and helpful and very caring.
Yeah.
And then when the audience kind of gets to know him a bit more, with his greatest fear being released, that, you know, he's a half demon, he always has been, he's keeping the secret from the brothers, when things are starting to get out of hand and towards the big finale, we see him more stressed and aggressive and the even more darker side of Paul Andrews.
Yeah.
So in terms of my acting, I like the whole idea of playing a serious role where the character develops, a few twists and turns here, and then things turn out good in the end. So a role like that is very suited for me, and that's how seriously I take my acting. I like to play some good roles like that, and I'm proud to say Paul Andrews has to be my best role I've ever played in history, out of anything. Yeah. Paul Andrews.
Very good.
My alter ego.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lord Richardson. Look forward to seeing you, audiences.
See you later.